Are you a foreign trained physical therapist who's overwhelmed and just don't understand the step by step process to United States application? You're overwhelmed and stressed and nearly want to give up or already have given up? This video is for you. This channel is for you. Welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jing Ruder. I'm a foreign trained physical therapist and I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and I'm your foreign educated or foreign trained physical therapist guide to United States application. I hope you guys are doing great. So it is indeed very overwhelming. It is challenging, and there's so many steps, okay, that you have to complete in order for you to apply to the United States as a physical therapist. It's sweat, blood, and tears. I've been there. I've been through the process. I'm not just saying this because I know it. It's from my own personal experience. So it's been my mission here on YouTube to make videos that will be applicable to you guys as a foreign educated physical therapist to help you navigate through the process. So if you look at my channel, subscribe. Please do not forget to subscribe because it will help boost the channel up so we can reach more foreign educated physical therapists. But I have made hundreds of videos already that will answer tons of your questions, okay? If that is not enough, and if you want the more organized step-by-step process, I discussed this on my masterclass. The link is available at the description below. It's called USPT Turbo Charge, okay? So please check that one out. Lots of students who actually took the masterclass found so much value in attending the masterclass and taking the class. It's an online class that you can get anytime, anywhere you are in the world, as long as you have internet connection, okay? And you can replay it over and over again, take down notes until you fully understand the step-by-step process. That is if you really want to save lots of money, headache, and stress with US application. If not, then you are free to just watch the free channels on YouTube or the free videos, okay? But a lot of people are not satisfied with that. They want a systematic approach and how to do it step by step. Okay, so what I'm going to discuss today, because I have heard so many comments, or I've read so many comments on Facebook groups about foreign educated physical therapists and thinking, so I have this myth busters, it means that you believe in something, but actually that is not true, and we're going to show you the proof, okay? So a lot of people are thinking that if they go through FCCPT, for example, credentialing, and they graduated as a bachelor, then FCCPT will upgrade them into a master's degree or will give them a doctorate degree in physical therapy, okay? That is totally false, okay? That is a wrong notion, a wrong information. FCCPT doesn't have the right, nor does increase or elevate your degree into something higher, okay, compared to what you already have, okay? So we're going to discuss the Coursework Tool number 6. Currently, as of the making of this video, that is the required Coursework Tool. What we're going to discuss what's in it, what it is all about, what it does for your credentialing, and what it does not do for you, okay, as a applicant to the US, okay? So that is coming right up. Stay tuned. Guys, so this is the FSBPT Coursework Tool for Foreign Educated Physical Therapists, okay, for implementation beginning January 1, 2017, okay? So if you Google Coursework Tool number 6 FSBPT, you will have this PDF file and you can download it for your own record, okay? So there is an introduction here just stating what is a coursework tool. Okay, this is developed by FSBPT for the jurisdictions or for the state. Each coursework tool reflects the minimum general and professional educational requirements. So you have to remember, guys, there are two parts. Okay, general education, professional education. We're going to discuss the two. Okay, adoption of tools would allow the same mobility of foreign educational physical therapists, foreign educated physical therapists as that afforded to U.S. Educated graduates. Coursework tool should not be interpreted as the sole determinant of individuals' educational preparation or competence to practice. Okay? So this coursework tool number 6 is actually based on CAPT, evaluative criteria for PT programs, August 2014. Guys, this is more than a decade. So this is why I'm thinking sometime soon they might upgrade the coursework tool number 6 to coursework tool number 7. Okay, so I will expound on it later. Okay, so this was implemented 2017. Okay, January 2017. Okay, so the coursework tool that reflects current standards may be used to determine qualifications for an applicant to sit for NPTE, the first-time licensure in U.S. jurisdiction, and pre-screening certification for the U.S. CIS. Okay, so if you read through this paragraph, this simply say that if you have a license already from one state and then you're going to transfer that license, for example, from New York to Texas, what the coursework tool that they're gonna use for endorsement or reciprocity is not the current coursework tool, but the retro. Okay, the retro coursework tool, meaning what year did you graduate? Did you graduate, for example, I graduated in year 2000. And by that year 2000, the coursework tool is coursework tool number 4. So the coursework tool that they're going to use when I'm already licensed in New York, but I want to transfer my license in Texas, for example, the coursework tool that they're going to use, because it's endorsement, is the retro coursework tool number 4 based on the year that I graduated. What was the coursework tool being implemented the year that I graduated? That's basically what these paragraphs are saying. Okay, so let's move forward here. So the coursework tool, the applicants must meet the requirements of not less than 170 semester credit hours as a prerequisite. So that's a number that you have to understand, 170. Okay, next, the minimum coursework tool requirements in and of themselves do not, that is a key word, do not necessarily satisfy the requirements of the first professional degree. So the first professional degree here right now here in the US is Doctor of Physical Therapy. Okay, so let's read on. The applicant must have completed sufficient credit to satisfy the requirement for at minimum post-baccalaureate degree. The applicants must also meet any jurisdiction or state specific requirements. Okay, so here's the kicker here, guys. So people would say, well, I went through coursework tool number 6 with FCCPT, so I'm a master's now. No, you're not. Okay, so like I said before, FCCPT does not elevate, okay, your degree. Okay, it just can and compare what are the subjects that you took and what are the training, and compare it to the checklist under coursework tool number 6, and whether or not all of what they want on their list is on your training, on your curriculum. Okay, so 170 is at least the minimum credit hours. So there are people, well, I had 180 degrees. I have 180 semester credit hours. I had 200 semester credit hours, and I'm still deficient. Well, how come that is the case? Okay, so because maybe you took, your school gave you a lot of semester units on anatomy, a lot of semester units in other subjects, but there are missing, like the missing general education or professional education. They're looking for literature. You didn't have any literature. They're looking for clinical decision making. Your school didn't have clinical decision making subject. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you are in excess in semester hours. If, for example, you're missing any subject from the list that they want. Okay, so it's not just about the number of semester hours. Okay, so you have to understand that, and you have to understand this do not satisfy the requirements for the first professional degree. At minimum, the coursework tool number 6 is a master's degree at minimum, because that is what it means to be post baccalaureate. Okay, so do not think that when you pass the coursework tool number 6, you are equivalent to doctorate degree. Okay, this is the point that I would like to make. Okay, and I will get your attention here for now. Okay, the FCCPT Type 1 review for immigration requires 210 semester units. 210. Okay, why is it higher than 170? Because 210 semester units is what is required to pass the Doctor of Physical Therapy degree here in the US. 210. The FCCPT Type 1 review for immigration follows the CAPT requirement for Doctor of Physical Therapy. Okay, so that's why you can see for a Type 1 review for immigration is 210 and CGFNS is just 170 for visa screen certificate, because CGFNS follows the coursework tool number 6. FCCPT Type 1 review follows the coursework tool for DPT graduate, which is 210 semester units. Okay, so I hope that is clear for you guys. Okay, so coursework tool is just for a master's, a minimum of master's degree, not doctor of physical therapy. Okay, so you can still pass as a doctor of physical therapy if you have transitional doctor of physical therapy. Of course, you will pass the coursework tool number 6 if you have all the subjects, the general education and professional education that they listed here. So it depends on what your school taught you, what are the subjects and the trainings that you went through based on the school that you graduated. Okay, so these are just the checklists. Okay, so for general education, so we have two main division: general education and professional education. Okay, so the general education, guys, is just like what it says, general. It is the basics. Okay, so the communication and humanities, such as the English subjects, philosophy, ethics, etc. The physical science, chemistry, physics, geology, astronomy. Okay, biological science. Okay, like biology, anatomy, physiology, zoology, kinesiology, neuroscience. Social behavioral science, history, geography, sociology, psychology, economics, political science, religion, anthropology. Mathematics such as statistics, calculus, algebra, pre-calculus, trigonometry, geometry, and computer studies. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so this is very, very important. Some people will say, hey, I graduated as a doctor of physical therapy and I still have deficiencies. Okay, is it possible that you still have deficiencies? You already spend a lot of money being a doctor of physical therapy, and you as a foreign educated physical therapy has still deficiencies. Okay, yes, it is possible, because the physical therapy, the doctor of physical therapy will not have basic education. If your school failed to give you, for example, philosophy or ethics, so even though you're a doctor of physical therapy, you might still be deficient with this because your school did not include this in your curriculum. Okay, the TDPT program will address, hopefully, where it depends on what school you graduated or you will graduate, will address the professional education that we're going to discuss, but not the basic, not the general education. So, Mythbusters, I like people are believing I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I can easily pass coursework tool without deficiency. That is not totally true. It depends. If you all have this, then it is possible that you will pass coursework tool number 6. But if you're missing 1, 2, 3 of this, then even though you are a doctor of physical therapy, then you will not still pass. You will still have deficiencies. I hope that is very clear because that is very important for you to understand. Okay? Next, the professional education. So 90 semester credit units shall be minimum required in professional education. So 90, okay? And there should be at least 68 didactic credits and 22 clinical education credits, okay? So the professional education breakdown: basic health science, medical science, examination, evaluation, plan of care implementation, clinical education, and related course work. Okay? So those are the subparts of the professional education. So these are the basic health science, human anatomy, physiology, neuroscience, pathology, pharmacology, genetics, histology, nutrition, exercise science, psychological aspects of health, disability, physical therapy, and diagnostic imaging. Okay? Under medical science, these are the systems of the body, As you can see, cardiovascular, respiratory, endocrine, renal, immune, integumentary, musculoskeletal, neurologic, system interactions, differential diagnosis, and medical surgical conditions of pediatrics and geriatrics, okay? For examination, physical therapy examination consists of history, screening, system review, physical exam test, and measure selection. Okay, you can read through this: ROM, gait, MMT, posture, etc. Evaluation has the following: data analysis, evaluation, patient problem identification, findings that warrant referral, prognosis and goal formulation, and plan of care development. Okay, for plan of care implementation, these are the interventions that you need to know. Okay, for airway, integumentary, wound debridement, electrotherapy, physical agents, mechanical agents, community work functioning training, self-care, home management, functional training, manual therapy, patient-client education, prescription of assistive devices, therapeutic exercise, and mobility training. Okay, so under the plan of care implementation, there is plan of care management, supervision of support staff, outcome assessment, discharge or discontinuation, planning, and patient-related emergencies. So a lot of people with just the bachelor degree will have many of the deficiencies, specifically under professional education, a lot of them under examination, evaluation, and plan of care implementation. So again, it depends on what school you graduate. Okay, so sometimes people will email me and will ask me, I'm taking this master's degree in exercise science. Do you think I will pass the credentialing? I don't have that power, guys. I hope I do. But I do not have that power to say, yes, you will. Okay, because number one, I don't know your school. Number two, I don't work for FCCPT. Number three, I don't know what curriculum you took and you are taking and comparing it to the curriculum that the FCCPT wants, okay, under Coursework Tool number 6. So that's why we pay them, because that is their job to identify your deficiencies, okay, whether you're going to pass or not, okay? So I'm sorry, but I cannot help you with that, okay? It's not for me. I don't have the the specialty to know whether you're going to pass the credentialing or not based on what master's degree you're taking. Okay. So here, the clinical education. So for the clinical education, guys, the minimum hours is 1,050, okay, hours total. Okay, should not be no less than 1,050 hours. Okay, which was supervised by physical therapists. Required and maximum number of full-time clinical education credits is 22. Okay, and then the related professional coursework, you have this list over here. Okay, so some people will have, cultural. I had my deficiency on cultural competence, so that's one common. Some people will have consultation, but these are all under the related professional coursework. So you may have some deficiency here, especially if you did not take the Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Okay, so as you go on with the coursework tool number 6, there is an evaluation checklist. Okay, and they have actually listed here, the requirements under general education. How many credit hours do you have? Okay, and what is the transcript reference? So you can use this for your own reference and compare this to what you have on your curriculum, okay, your transcript of records. Okay, so everything is here, and you can have an idea what would be your deficient subjects under general education, under professional educations, okay, if you have any, or if you didn't have any at all. Okay, but again, the best way to know your deficient subjects, specific subjects, and how many hours is through educational credential review. Okay, there you have it, guys. So I hope that is helpful for you to understand what is coursework tool number 6. How can it help you name the subjects or the trainings that you are deficient with, and to understand that coursework tool does not elevate you, does not give you a degree, does not make you a doctor if you're not a graduate of Doctor of Physical Therapy. It does not do that. All it does is compare what your training, your subjects, your courses that you took, and compare it to the requirements of the US based on the checklist under the coursework tool, and whether you have deficiencies compared to their list of subjects and courses and trainings. Okay, so what else are your questions about coursework tool number 6, about PT evaluation or PT credentialing? Is there any specific topic that you want me to discuss even more to help you with your application to the US? So I hope to hear from you. Put a comment down below whether this is helpful or not. Any video suggestion. I wish you all the best, guys. This is really tough, but you are needed here. Don't wait for the US to close, with hiring of the PT. Strike the iron while it is hot. It is hot until 2033. Okay, so process your application right now. You are really needed here. I'm here to help you. There are resources on the description section that will help you with your processing. I hope that you will look into it, check it out. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe, because it will really help us boost this channel and help more foreign educated physical therapists like you and me around the world with their US application. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, stay blessed.